Jim, last game of the season this weekend. How are you feeling ahead of it?
Well, we're very much looking forward to it. Particularly what's at stake for both teams. If I wouldn't have believed you had you told me way back in August that we would be sitting in this situation with 90 minutes of football to play, and if we win, then we'll finish fourth in the league. So I think that's all the incentives that we need as a group. A lot at stake for both teams, obviously. Neither one of us, ourselves or Aberdeen, are in a great run of form going into it, but I think that goes out the window tomorrow. It's 90 minutes of football. For us, it's about getting the better of our opponent, being organised when we don't have it, and being attacking minded when we do. And we want to try and finish the season on a positive note, because the last 4 results have been hugely disappointing for us as a group, and we would like nothing more than to be celebrating 3 points in front of our home support at Tannadice.
You're saying it goes out the window. Is that what you're telling the players, that forget about the last 5 games? This is a cup final, effectively.
Look, we've obviously analysed the previous 4 fixtures, and none of us are pleased about the outcome in either of those games. But there's no point me drumming on about that now. Tomorrow is everything for us. It can be the defining moment in a fantastic season for us, and an opportunity to finish above one of the big spenders in the league, if you like. When you consider what Aberdeen done in January to strengthen the squad, I think they spent in excess of £2.5 million on players, and for us, who haven't spent a penny, to be in with the opportunity to finish above a team that's got that kind of resources would be a great achievement.
Aberdeen also conceding a lot of goals in the last couple of games. Does that bring a concern to you almost, that they could be really focusing on that and really tight at the back, especially when they only need a point?
No, look, we need to win the game. We're not going to be going gung-ho or anything like that and leaving ourselves wide open. We recognise the strengths of Aberdeen. They've got very good pace in the wide areas. Kevin Nisbet's had a really good bit of form himself at an important time of the season. But they've conceded goals, we've conceded goals. Hopefully it's an open game and an entertaining game for the fans that are coming to watch it, and hopefully we do enough to come out on top.
Yeah, obviously you've been struggling and had 17 players at Ibrox. How's that looking? How's team news and fitness levels?
Look, obviously you want to have your best players available to you at all times, and this season has been a really strange one for me as a manager. I think it's been the most difficult season in terms of the number of injuries that we've had to key players, and again I think that speaks volumes of the group and the character within it, that we've been able to go considerable periods of time without really influential players and still pick up points. That's put us in this position. Obviously Lucas Stevenson, having to go back to Liverpool prior to these split fixture games, and we've lost other players along the way, but I can only do, or we as a team can only do what we can with the players that we have available to us, and we're not making any excuses about it tomorrow. We have to believe that we're capable of winning the game. A repeat of the last time we played Aberdeen at Tannadice would be lovely with that late goal, but we'll have enough quality available to us tomorrow and to get the job done, I believe.
Have you got any updates in terms of team news?
Manny Adebiega has got a chance of being available, as has Lewis Fiorini, but unfortunately Craig Sibbald and Ross Graham will both miss out.
Just on a personal note, we've heard you speak about European football, as well as it being achievement for the club and for the players, for yourself as well. You've never had the chance to manage in Europe. Just how special would that be for you, and ahead of this weekend, how much are you sort of looking ahead to that, if you can?
Well, yeah, look, I would love to be going on my summer holidays and thinking about playing European football in the summer when we come back. Obviously the financial implications of finishing 4th or finishing 5th or finishing 6th can be considerable. 4th place, guarantees you Europa Conference football, and that's good prize money at stake for that. It can obviously help with our overall playing budget as well. It can help in the transfer market and players that we can sign and attract. And from a personal note, I don't really get too bogged down in that. I'm just really pleased with what we've done collectively as a group over the last couple of seasons. I've said numerous times, you can have a short view on things and just look at what's happened recently, or you can actually look back on the job that we've done over the last couple of seasons together and the progress that we've made collectively as a club. Lots of hard work on behind the scenes, not just in the football department, and we've come a long way in 2 years. We know the areas that we need to strengthen next season to make us even better, and we've got a job on our hands to make sure that we bring in the right types of people, the right types of players that are going to help us improve.
Mark Ogren's obviously been over. How much has he been speaking to you about that sort of final game, and how much that league position is going to make a difference going forward?
Look, at the chairman, I've got a great relationship with the owner, and he's been very supportive from day one. He's excited for the game tomorrow. He doesn't get over as often as what he would like, but I think if we were able to finish off the season with him being there tomorrow with a victory and securing European football next season, I think it would be he would be certainly over the moon with that. But he's been very pleased with what we've managed to achieve this season. I think most people would have had us down to be fighting a relegation battle. The fact that we secured top 6 pretty comfortably, I think he was absolutely over the moon with that. And he's no different to all of the supporters out there. Get greedy and want European football, so puts a little bit more pressure on me, but hopefully we can achieve that together tomorrow.
I'll just ask you finally about contract updates. I don't know if there's anything from that point of view.
No, I don't have anything to update at the moment with regards to the comings and goings of what's already been said.
I guess is that, given that it's the final game, is there a chance that this final game could, for players out of contract, could this change things, or would you say things are pretty much set in stone apart from the external factors? No,
look, the conversations that we've had with the players who are leaving the club, regardless of the outcome tomorrow, those decisions have been made, and the players that we've spoken to have understood why we've came to the outcome that we have. But I did speak to them in the meeting this morning, when we were doing our analysis, and I said that what a great way to end, for those players who have been fantastic servants to the club over a couple of seasons. Likes of Gallagher and Moult were so influential last year, helping us get out of the Championship, and then Moulty scored some important goals. Decky Gallagher has been one of the most consistent defenders in the league over the whole campaign. So those guys in particular, I want them to be able to leave Dundee United with their chests out, their head held high, and hopefully off the back of helping the club achieve European football. That would be the perfect send-off for them, and it would be a great finish to their Dundee United careers.
So I was also going to ask you about Ryan Strain, his international call-up as well, just your reaction to that.
Yes, pleased for Ryan to get back into the fold, and obviously we've got Trapanovsky, who's been we hope will be involved in the North Macedonian setup. We've got a number of the younger players within the group as well, Sam Harding, Sturton, and one or two others that are involved in the Scottish national setup. So it's been a great season for everybody, and those players that do get that international recognition, it can only come around off the back of good performances for the team, and obviously the support of their teammates. So it's great for the club, and we wish all those players going away on national duty the best of luck.